Hi, it's me, Glenn DeBoogie. Earlier this year, in 2015, I read in the news, like many did, of the crisis facing Hoosick Falls, New York, a town very close to my own hometown. I was affected by the stories that I heard of the poisonings and the cover-ups and the blatant disregard for the democratic system shown by the town's mayor. Getting deeper into the story, I realized that the story was one that I needed to share. Not just one that needed to be shared, but one that I needed to share. When I set out to start making Who's Sick and Hoosick as it would come to be known, I had grand dreams of a hard fact, straight line, God's eye view of this story. But when it really came down to the filming and the research that I set out to do, I realized that what would be best for the story, and what would be best to resonate with you, the viewer, is if I took a more personal approach. So I decided that I would follow the story of one man, one hero, one guy that would stop at nothing to save the people in the town that he loves. And that was Rob Durocher. So without further ado, here it is.
This is for you, Daddy. I took my love and I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around.
Okay, it's 203, 205, and 207. Here we go. This is it. Okay, let's go. Let's go. And this is it. Mr. Durocher! Use that knocker.
Hey, how you?
Mr. Durocher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to come in? No, it's real great that someone finally decided to come out here. The water in this town is a real problem, let me tell you. Yeah, I'm just making some repairs to my humble abode here. But yeah, I'm real excited to have you guys come out. I'm very excited that you make. I think that's the kitchen. I make my meals.
So, tell us about yourself a little bit, Mr. Durocher.
Sure. My name's Rob Durocher. I'm a longtime resident of Hoosick Falls here, but I was born and raised in Elmira, New York. I'd consider myself a very intelligent man. I attended approximately 368 hours of community college. I watched Jeopardy with my wife every night, and I've only been defeated 4 times in my adult Scrabble career.
Okay, and could you tell us what happened to you last spring?
I woke up one morning in April. I think it was a Sunday, and I came downstairs and I saw my cat Adrian, and he was afflicted, and he was bloated like a fish, and his eyes were all crusty, and his mind was seriously out of whack. So Adrian, he did not get any better. He just got more bloated. He looked like one of those things you see floating across the football stadiums, and his eyes were so crusty he couldn't even open them, and he was depressed, and I was depressed, so I put him out of his misery. But I only fed Adrian fresh boar meat and water from the tap. And I know that that boar meat didn't kill him.
Honey, what's going on?
Sinead, I'm doing an interview here.
Is this about the water again?
Yes, Sinead, it's about the water. You know, Sinead's the only one that's gotten me through this, you know. Sinead, she's so supportive.
He's a bum.
And, you know, this whole thing, the only person who takes this more seriously than I do is Sinead.
Do you think the water is in fact contaminated?
I don't know. Leave me alone.
Okay, so, what has been your experience trying to relay this information to, town officials?
You know, they don't care. You know, they've known about this problem with our water since 2005, you know that? But, you know, I try to bring it to the town board, you know, they don't care. I bring samples, I gather my own water samples, bring that in, and they say, no, we can't have beverages larger than a liter in town hall, you know? So, they're not taking it seriously, like I am. You know, this water is killing my grandkids. You know, I don't have any grandkids, but if I did, they'd be dead. You know, I'm sorry. I'm sick of it. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. Okay, so we're here at the town hall. I'm about to go in. I'm gonna, you know, state my case. You know, they let how it's set up is that they've got the board members sitting up, you know, all regally in front of everyone, and then us plebeians, you know, we head up, we, you know, speak real soft into the mic, and we just, you know, make our case to the, you know, almighty gods of local government, you know. All right, you know, I'm getting ready to go in. You know, I love democracy. I think it's really something to say that anyone can just go in there and state their case and you know, try and make the world a better place. And you know, I really appreciate that. So I'm gonna go in. Wish me luck. There's no cameras allowed in here, though. Sorry. Well, that couldn't have gone much worse, now couldn't it? You know, I get in there, and a citizen in this government is supposed to, you know, matter. But you know, the impression I got when I go in there is that a citizen is just, you know, a court jester for these board members that, you know, I spend my time, you know, electing. But no, they don't care what I have to say, and I go in there and, you know, I'm concerned, I'm frustrated, and I'm agitated. This is just not fair. We got a problem with the water. The water's it's turning into boiling acid, and it's gonna boil all my children in it, and those flames of. I just need to go home. I need to have dinner with Sinead. I'm done with this. It's good to see you, sir, Mr. Durocher. You know what? I got a few things to say to you.
Save it for the board meeting, Rob.
Save it for the board, because I tried to save it for the board meeting, but you just went. Hey, I'm speaking to you. Hey, excuse me.
Good day, sir.
Oh, hello, Mr. Mayor. I've got my camera.
Okay.
Please.
Shall we?
Yes, please. Thank you for having me today. Just have to ask you. Hello, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions about Mr. Rob Durocher.
Rob Durocher. Well, as you will.
Yes. So we've been following Mr. Durocher for a number of days, learning about his theory about your town's water.
Well, unfortunately, any discussions of this matter have to be held by the town board, and meeting is not open to the public yet. So, I'm afraid I'm not quite at liberty. I could tell you that Mr. Durocher is a bumbling idiot who has no idea what he's talking about, but I'm not going to do that.
I see. So, Mr. Mayor, are you familiar with the acronym PFOA?
PFOA. I'm familiar with the acronym.
And what, to your estimation, do those letters represent?
To my estimation, to be honest, I can't remember exactly what the letters mean, but I know that it is some kind of chemical that's been contaminating our water for several years that our town has known about, but we've done nothing about because of fears of public outcry.
So,
Nitroflora.
but please, Mr. Mayor, so you are admitting that your government is in possession of a town whose water supply is tainted by this chemical?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
I believe you just said it, Mr. Mayor.
I can't remember what I just said.
And your government is covering it up because you're afraid of what the voters will think?
I'm covering nothing up. Our meetings are not open to the public, so therefore there is nothing to cover. Everything's been covered.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that your town board meetings were not open to the public.
Our town boards are not open to the public, therefore there's nothing to cover.
What?
Well, simply, we don't allow anyone to our meetings, so we never have anything to cover. It's all covered for us. I mean, why do we need to admit the public to a democratic meeting? I see no reason in it.
You see no reason in admitting your citizens to your democratic meeting.
Turn that off! Turn that off! Turn that off!
With a separate
Okay.
question.
Okay, now that I've got you back, Mr. Mayor, could you please tell me about the St. Gobain chemical plant?
Yes, I suppose so.
Please elaborate.
The St. Gobain chemical plant employs hundreds of Hoosick Falls residents. They are an upstanding member of our business community.
And what exactly is produced at this factory?
Plastics, pesticides, things of all sorts.
And this is done through a mostly mechanical process?
Quite absolutely.
Okay. What relation does it have to our water treatment dilemma?
Well, you see, in 2005, the St. Gobain factory informed the Hoosick Falls town government that they had been releasing a certain, what might we call it, PFOA into our water systems.
And are there any other possible sources of these chemicals entering our water?
No, it's the St. Gobain plant. But, we didn't really see any reason to do anything about it. I still don't.
You still see no reason in doing anything about a plant that is, dare I say, poisoning the people of your town?
Look at it this way. PFOA. How bad can it really be? You can bathe in PFOA if you don't have open wounds. And you can drink it in moderation. I ask you, sir, what's so bad about PFOA?
That's what we're here to find out, Mr. Mayor.
Oh,
Okay, so, Mr. Mayor, could I ask you about a certain individual that I believe you might know?
who, this Rob Durocher character again?
No, sir. One Kimberly Ann McGee.
Kimberly Ann McGee. Yes, Miss McGee is a official at the State Department of Environmental Conservation.
I see. And, how might she find herself wrapped up in this water dilemma?
Well, Miss McGee sent a now, what might we say, infamous email in which she said that because PFOA is an unregulated and largely unknown contaminant, the village did not need to take any remedial action regarding the pollution of the water supply with it.
Unregulated and unknown to what degree, Mr. Mayor?
Well, let's just say I really can't even remember what PFOA stands for. To my understanding, it's not that dangerous, but we also don't want it around. In any case, I don't want anyone stirring up trouble over it. If I don't know what something is, and it's not killing me, what need I fear it? Oh, it must be my son, Jeremy. Jeremy, don't drink that! Go! Jeremy, stop!
Shocking stuff, isn't it? A town corrupt, a mayor on the brink of exposure, and a man on a mission. But a man rejected nonetheless. We're just gonna have to see how this wraps up. Hope you enjoy.
Alright, we're here at the river today to take some samples for toxic material. And, you know, kids swim in this and, you know, cats drink from it. And, you know, they're all gonna die unless we do some good work today. Okay, so let's go. You know, I suffered a loss in my project last night when I tried to talk to the mayor. You know, same old politics. You know, they don't care about us small folk. But, you know, I care about my hometown. You know, I wear this I Love New York hat because I love New York pizza. You know? Alright. I'm ready. I'm not afraid. There's someone down there. Hey, madam! Listen, lady, the foot out. That's dangerous. Get that out. Get that foot out of there. Bad water. You know, I'm not one for boasting, but I did just save a life. But anyway, we're here, we're gonna do the sampling. So off with the expedition glasses and on with the testing glasses. Alright, I'm ready to go and take some samples. You know, you gotta wear socks so that your feet don't get poisoned. Alright, here we go. Going in. Gotta get that. These cans are tricky. Alright, these are some very scientific tools. They will help me, aid me. Oh, wrong side. Always important to use the right side on that. Get that in there. Poison. Definitely poison. Don't want to shower in that. Alright, this here's a good sample, you know. I can see some good stuff in there. Yeah, this one will work. This will work. Oh, there's a. Oh, I think I see a dead fish over here. We can check and see if it's been poisoned, you know. Oh! Alright! This water is ruining my life. Sinead! Oh God.
Mr. Mayor, now that this has all gone public and the word is out about the water, do you have anything to say to the people?
I feel a great deal of shame and a great deal of regret for how I treated Mr. Durocher and his ideas. I betrayed the people of Hoosick Falls. I betrayed my native town. And I betrayed this great empire state. I humbly wish that the people will forgive me, especially Mr. Rob Durocher. When I saw Rob at the reservoir falling in, I saw a man destroyed by the truth, a man destroyed by the passion for the town he loves. And I thought to myself, Charles, you have been a scumsucker, and I have been a scumsucker. I've been a scumsucker. I've been a liar. I hope only someday God gives me eternal redemption. Until then, I must resign my post as mayor of Hoosick Falls.